I remember getting high for the first time, and it was on.
I grew up in the city of La Puente. I believe my mother and father wanted to give me a different option in life, but they didn't know that where they moved into the city of La Puente, that I was surrounded in a war zone of 5 different gangs. And with that being said, everything that comes with the gang lifestyle, I witnessed from the age of 4 on up. At the age of 16, my crime started to be really, really more extreme.
I was a successful financial planner for 25 years, and I had basically what I would call a very productive, normal life. Unfortunately, my health became an issue, and I had to seek help for the chronic pain in my neck. And in doing so, I became addicted to the pain medication. It kind of came to a somewhat of a explosion when my parents, who are, been married for over 50 years, and I'm very close with, I knew it was affecting them greatly. And my daughter, a lot of guilt was weighing on me at that time.
My second prison term, I went 5 months pregnant. So they rushed me into the nurse's office right away, inside booking. That was the first time I heard her heartbeat. And that was the first time I felt her kick. That moment, my daughter kicked. And I'll never forget it. So, knowing I'm pregnant, I'm going to jail, I'm going to prison, I knew it. I was like, I am done. I knew that no matter what I was going to do, I was going to stick to my plan. I was going to, try to get into a mother-infant program so I could have my daughter with me. And I fought for that the whole entire time. In 16 days after I got there, I had my daughter. I just knew that was a sign, like God was telling me, I'm going to give you a second chance. You're going to have your daughter, and you're going to be all right.
I ended up going, through multiple prisons, and I ended up dropping down points. I would mentor, other young guys that were coming in, trying to help them to where they could go out and live a successful life. There was this lady that came to interview me by the name of Vika Eisen, who is the CEO of Walden House. They endorsed me to the drug program, to the Walden House program. I ended up staying on the yard almost 2 years of being a mentor. I was asked to share my story, if I could share my testimony in front of the group. And I start talking about my mom developing cancer. I remember my last visit with her, she had on a wig with a hat because of the radiation. She had lost her hair and everything. I'll never forget that last visit where she told me, she said, you know what, Mil? She said, for years, I've cried for you for years. I've worried about you. And for the first time, I think she was just like so proud of me. I was a glass visit. I was on the phone and I was in high power, so I was all shackled. And she said, even though you're shackled, Mil, she said, I know you're free now. I know you're free. And she said, but when they let you out, be good and do what you gotta do. Walden House gave me a chance to be human again.
I actually came into a situation with Walden House looking for help when I was about 48 years old. I experienced things, I saw things, I heard things that I'd never even knew existed. I needed to be there because I was a step away of being in that same place.
All the girls inside the program were telling me, well, there's a great program called Walden House. So I was like, good, sign me up. Let's go. I'm all yours.
So they had this going away ceremony for me where people get up and talk about, good luck and we hope the best for you. And in the middle of this ceremony, they call my name over the loudspeaker and tell me, pack your stuff, you're going home. And as I was walking out my building across the yard with this officer, it was like a movie. because it was like everybody was on the yard and they were all lined up to tell me bye. And I was like, I don't know, I can't even describe the feeling, but I was so happy and so shocked and so scared, and everything just all bottled up in one. And then I left with another Walden House staff to downtown LA to our men's facility, and that's where my new life began. After about a year of finishing the program, I got a phone call from Wayne Garcia asking me if I would be the orientation counselor at our men's facility, and I said yes. I didn't even know what hours I was going to work, what days I was going to work. I didn't know how much I was going to get paid. I just said, yes, I'll work. We do what we do, and we do it good, and I'm proud to represent this agency everywhere I go.
Then I utilized their clinic that helped me with my medical issues. I was a little reluctant at first, having never used a clinic or any kind of public health care. But I've got to tell you, the doctors that I had at Haight-Ashbury and still have today, the staff there, I don't know anywhere else that I would have gotten that kind of care. I have gotten, I think, as equal, if not better at times, care with Haight-Ashbury Free Clinic.
While in Walden House, all the girls are always big on finding, other training resources or jobs that hire parolees. So I found Toolworks. It's a janitorial training program. And so here I am cleaning these offices on Treasure Island. And one day I'm cleaning a desk that soon will be mine. The lady who was at my position had quit, and so I applied for the job. I was hired as a facility manager for a catering company. Every morning that I wake up in my house, I look at it and I think, oh my God, Chantel, you're doing it. You did this. This is all you. I have a beautiful daughter. I have a beautiful house, and giving my daughter a good life is my goal. My whole life is built on Treasure Island. I owe Walden House so much for giving me this.
Life is good today. Me and my wife are still together. We just celebrated 21 years being married. We own 2 houses, and I love my kids. I love spending time with my kids. I work almost 3 jobs so I could give my kids, more than I ever had.
I remember coming around Yerba Buena Island, around the bend, and as soon as I saw that view of the city, I was just like, oh my God, I can't believe they would have a program on such a beautiful island with such beautiful views, It was breathtaking. I'll never forget it. It was like your aha moment of, I'm free. I am free.